We're days away from the midterm elections, and it's getting down to the wire for Republicans and Democrats in key districts and states across the country. The battle for the Senate, we are seeing that that's probably the most toss-up contest. Democrats earlier this year were very much favored to win control of the upper chamber. However, Republicans have continued to make gains in various states, including Pennsylvania. So that right now has Democrats on edge. However, we're seeing that Democrats are continuing to pour money into states like Pennsylvania, like Nevada, and like Wisconsin. In Pennsylvania, we know President Obama and Joe Biden are slated to campaign for John Fetterman the Saturday before Election Day, and we know that Obama and Biden have also stumped for other candidates this cycle. Obama in particular is seen as very much of a galvanizing figure for Democrats, as he is probably the most popular figure within the Democratic Party. If we go out west to Nevada, we see a much tighter race, with Republican Adam Laxalt in a number of polls slightly leading Democratic incumbent Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. However, we know that Nevada is always a nail-biter state, and in past elections, Republicans have slightly led their Democratic opponents in the days up to Election Day, but Democrats have ended up coming out victorious. And of course, in Wisconsin, we have Senator Ron Johnson fighting to keep his seat. He is known as one of the most conservative senators. He's facing off against Democratic Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes. Barnes is considered quite a controversial figure. However, he's really been able to galvanize the grassroots base in Wisconsin and sort of feed off of Biden's low approval ratings in the state of the economy, with inflation and gas prices continuing to rise going into winter. The state of the House races are a bit different, with Republicans clearly favored to win back seats and potentially win back the majority. There are a number of key districts in Pennsylvania, Virginia, Arizona, really across the country that could ultimately determine the balance of power in the House of Representatives. Republicans historically have been favored to do well in the midterms, especially when it comes to the House, because we know that it's a Democratic incumbent president with relatively low approval ratings and struggling economy. So that's good for Republicans. That being said, though, we are seeing Democrats in a number of districts really dig in on their messaging on initiatives to fight rising inflation, such as the Inflation Reduction Act, as well as their different programs passed under President Biden, including the CHIPS Act. Additionally, we see Democrats in the House and the Senate campaigning on abortion and a woman's right to choose, as they would say. Now, we know that a number of polls show that inflation, crime, the situation at the border is a higher priority for most voters than abortion is. However, abortion is proving for Democrats to be a galvanizing factor. They're hoping that in suburban parts of states and in districts, that could sway a number of key women swing voters who would normally vote for Republicans for economic purposes when the economy is struggling. However, Democrats are hoping with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, that could be different this time.